When I was 18, I ran away from home to chase my dreams of being an artist because my parents never really wanted me to be a musician or whatever. And me being here today is as a result of me fighting a lot of battles.
Ckay, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
I'm very fine, I'm very happy to meet you. You're just coming out from the stage now. What did you think about the Belgian audience?
I mean, you know, every time I perform in Belgium, it's always like mad energy. I don't think I can recall a performance in Belgium that the crowd was not good vibes, you know? Literally every single one. So today was no exception. You know, Belgians know how to have fun and, you know, I love that.
To start with how everything started in terms of music for you. You said already that church play an important role in your music education. How is it influencing your music now?
Well, I mean, the church like influenced my music indirectly. Like, I mean, like I was never in the choir, like most people that started in the choir, but I always used to go to church. We always used to sing like praise and worship songs, hymns. That was like a very early foundation for me in music. And my dad used to be a choir master as well. So he used to play the organ for the church. So yeah, I think lots of my early music knowledge came from my dad. Me like reading books, watching YouTube videos, practicing myself, you know, trying stuff.
You are a songwriter, producer, singer. I mean,
I mean,
you learn everything by yourself?
I mean, yes and no, because learning how to play the piano, that was my dad who taught me that. Producing was another friend of mine who taught me that. He taught me like the basics, and I learned the rest on my own. Guitar, I taught myself how to play guitar 100%. I learned how to play from reading articles.
I mean, no way.
And watching YouTube videos. Songwriting is something I would say I've learned over time by practicing and meeting other songwriters and learning stuff from them. I feel like I've just been grabbing knowledge from different places, piece by piece.
And now here we are. You have many hits. The numbers are crazy about it. Love nwantiti made you an international superstar. How do you reflect now? After a few years that you released it, how do you reflect on the history of that song today?
I would say Love nwantiti has always been a very stubborn song, in the sense that the song just won't go away, you know? Like, it's evergreen, you know. It didn't even blow up when I dropped it. It blew up like a couple
years after. That's crazy.
You know, until today, people still listen to it. People still, you know, connect with it very heavily. I think it's amazing. I think it's a song I'm grateful for. It's been a journey so far, and I'm just grateful to be here, you know.
The Afrobeats in general is now is the music that is influencing the world right now, let's say. According to you, what does the Afrobeats so important nowadays?
I think Afrobeats has the attention of everyone in the Western world because it's different. We're in Europe right now, and obviously this is not Africa. You know what I mean? So I think I see why it's new, it's captivating, because it's not from here. Like, the music comes from a faraway place, the vibes come from a faraway place, the dancing, the language, everything about the music comes from Africa, you know. I think the Western world loves it so much because it's refreshing, you know. It's different from the usual stuff you listen to. It's new, it's fresh, you know. And I think when something is new and it's fresh, and it has its own identity, it stands out and it speaks for itself. So I think that's what's happening to Afrobeats right now. And it keeps evolving, you know, like the sound keeps evolving. Like right now we have I would say like a subgenre of African music called Amapiano, which came from South Africa. It's let's say it's our version of EDM, basically. And we love it. We think it's so cool. We think it's so amazing. And that as well has been gaining popularity in Europe and in America and the rest of the world as well, because like I said, it's just different. It's crazy. You know, it's not what you guys are used to. And we are just here to supply the music, and
we're happy to receive it. But actually is indeed the sound of Nigeria, but the sound of all the African continent that we finally pay attention. Because as you said, I mean, it always has been here. It's just that now the attention is from Western countries is here. Do you have any also connection with music from French-speaking country of Africa?
So the thing about Nigerian music is it's very heavy on fusion, you know, like we always mix a whole bunch of things. We try stuff. The sound is never stagnant. Like we always try to take it forward. We try to try new stuff. We borrow elements from different places. There was a time when Afrobeats was heavily influenced by Ghanaian music from Ghana. And there was a time it was heavily influenced by South African music. And there was also another time it was heavily influenced by Makossa from Congo, DRC. You know, like, and there are many hit records that came out under that sound. And I think it's just a thing where the sound of Africa just rotates. You know, like at a certain point, South Africa brings the sound. At another point, Ghana brings the sound and everybody is on the sound. At another point, Nigeria brings the sound and everybody's on the sound. I think that's just the beauty of African music. It's dynamic and you can never tell where it will go next, you know, but you can always just trust that it's going to be amazing and it's going to be mind-blowing. So, you know, maybe next year the sound will change again. It most likely will, you know. So.
And now you released a few months already ago. You released your album, Sad Romance. I have a question. You've been called the Africa Boyfriend, and you named your album Sad Romance. Is it contradictory?
No, it's not. It's absolutely not contradictory because so Sad Romance is about my love life, you know. Basically every single song on the album is connected to a personal story, is connected to a real person, is connected to something that actually happened, you know. And as much as I would love to be a fairy tale, butterflies and sunshine and all that stuff, in reality, love is crazy, you know. Like sometimes it's really messed up. It's great, sometimes it's not great sometimes. And Sad Romance was basically my reality at the time. I make music about stuff I experience, so I experienced the sad romance, so I made an album about that, you know. I feel very, very connected to that album, even more than every other project I've released. And the deluxe version, we just dropped a couple weeks ago, is I'll call it's like a sequel to the album because it has a bit more of a positive tone to it, because at the time I made the deluxe, I feel like I was in a more positive space as well. So it's a sad romance with hints of happiness in there, you know what I mean?
Actually, there is one song I want to talk about, Hallelujah. Can you tell us the story behind it? For me, it means like now you want to live your life, let's say, enjoy the life and the fast life that you have. I mean, do you enjoy it? And can you tell us the story behind it?
Yeah, so simply put, Hallelujah is about my journey, you know, my story. When I was 18, I ran away from home to chase my dreams of being an artist because my parents never really wanted me to be a musician or whatever. And for me to be here today, I had to take some very drastic steps.
Whoa.
One of them was running away from my parents' home. So I mean, reflecting on that journey and where I am today, Hallelujah just, it captures that emotion of how I feel, because me being here today is as a result of me fighting a lot of battles, going through lots of difficulties, and finally getting to this point. It's a song that means a lot to me. And it was produced by Magic Sticks. Mm-hmm. He's a really amazing producer from Nigeria. He's, like I said, Amapiano was South African, right? Yeah. But Magic Sticks is Nigerian.
Okay.
And he makes Amapiano
like a South African
really well.
Okay.
Like you would think he was South African, and he has like a Nigerian touch to the music, which I really love.
1 year ago, in an interview, you said that you want this album shows who you are, who you really are, and also show what your culture is about.
Yeah.
Now that it's dropped, did you manage to achieve your goal?
Absolutely. I feel like after Love Nwantiti, got viral, I'm guessing lots of people were expecting me to make another Love Nwantiti, you know what I mean? And I intentionally didn't want to make another Love Nwantiti, because you can't make another Love Nwantiti. It's a song that came from a place and time, and I can never relive that place and time. I can only live other places and other times. So there can never be another one. You just have to keep making other songs, And for Sad Romance, I just wanted to make great music. I wanted to talk about my life and the stuff I was going through. And if people connect with it, fine. If they don't connect with it, fine. Like, I mean, Love Nwantiti.
You're true to yourself.
Yeah, like I really don't care like that. I mean, I care, but not in the sense that I'm not trying to make the music to please everyone per se. Because art is not to please everyone. Art is self-expression. So if I'm sad and I know everyone wants a happy song, I can't make a happy song to make you happy because I'm sad. So I make a sad song. If you like it, cool. If you don't like it, that's very fine. You can listen to another artist's happy song. But in that moment, that's how I felt, and that's what I made. So I think that's what music is all about. And it's just a thing of having faith in the arts and trusting it, because even, for instance, Love Nwantiti, no one was crazy about it when I dropped it. It took y'all like 2 years. So
but yeah,
I think that's proof that
you managed to keep your authenticity.
Let me just do my thing and y'all will catch up when you want to catch up, which is fine. You know what I mean? It's cool. It's great. I just feel like as an artist, this is the principle: expressing yourself and talking about stuff that happened, not making up stuff to please people because you think they want to hear it. So that's kind of my MO, Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ckay, for your time.
Thanks for having me.